Is there anything that you'd like to add that I did not ask you this week?
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about kind of backtracking and trying to go back and reconcile trust
Yes.
accounting, because as we know, it's very common that it's
Right.
not done right. And lawyers right now are trying to do the right thing because their license renewal is coming up and they need to sign off that their trust accounting is up to date and correct. They need to
Mm-hmm.
verify that. And as long as it's done, it the trust accounting is correct at the time they certify their renewal, they're fine. Doesn't doesn't mean that it should have been done in the past. As long as it's done right now, and we know for a fact it's right now at the time we certify the trust accounting, it's right. So they go back and want to correct the prior year's issue, which could be a big job, by the way, because there's a lot of transactions happening in law firms, and trying to reconcile records from 3, 4, 5 years ago is a big job. But that's a big part of what we do right now. Actually, we go back and help law firms reconcile their trust accounting for the past several years so that they can certify that their trust accounting is correct and up to date. And how far back do I need to go? That's a question I always get from a lawyer. Say, I don't know if it's right or wrong. I think it's right, but I would like you to kind of go back and audit our trust accounting to make sure it's done right, so that the state bar won't give us any issues in case they come in and audit us. And a answer to that is, in my opinion, and this is with consultation from ethics attorneys out there, several ethics attorneys that we talk to, is that you should go back 5 years, because that's as far as back the state bar can go back and request documents
Mm-hmm.
from you from the last disbursement. So let's say you last disbursed funds from your client's trust account 5 years ago. That's as far as we need to go for your trust account reconciliation. And as long as you do that, you go back 5 years, and we know for a fact that the trust accounting is correct for the past 5 years, you're okay. You can certify your license renewal that your trust accounting is correct. But what if you do that and you know for a fact that the trust accounting is correct for the past 5 years, but there's still funds available in the trust account that has not been reconciled further back than the 5 year period? If that happens, it would be my recommendation to assume that that is the law firm's earned money, because if you owe someone money, they would probably have knocked down on your door sooner than 5 years. Like, they wouldn't wait 5 years to ask for the funds. If you owe a client money, they would either knock down on your door and open up the claim with state bar that, this law firm owes me money. Or if a vendor you work with for a specific case, such as doctors or chiropractors, if you owe them money for a specific case, they would have asked for it. So if they haven't asked for the past 5 years, and you know for a fact that your trust accounting is correct for the past 5 years, any additional funds sitting in your trust account can be assumed that's the law firm's earned money and could be moved over to your operating account as income
And
for the
that's
law firm.
important
So
for
that's a
taxes, I
very
would assume.
exactly, because you don't pay tax on your trust account funds. You pay tax on the money that it's earned by the law firm, moved over from your trust accounting to your operating account. So as soon as that's moved over from trust to operating, that's when it's taxable income. And if you haven't done it for the past 5 years, you obviously, if you knew that it was your funds, you would have done it. You would not want the trust account to sit on your fund. But now that you figure out that this is your money, the earned money for the law firm, move it over, clean the trust account so you have a clean slate and good start to start going forward. And also, you will just recognize that fund as taxable income for the law
Makes
firm.
total sense. Well, Emil, this has been really interesting. I mean, it is complicated. And, lawyers are smart people. I mean, this isn't like they're highly intelligent people, but my goodness, this stuff is so complex when it comes to the state bar and what they require. of you as far as your records go and how tightly these are kept. And so I appreciate your time today and talking to us about this. And obviously, if we all have questions, we can reach out to you and get more information.
Absolutely, Jody. As always, nice to speak to you and hope to
Yep.
talk to you
Talk to
soon
you soon.
again.